Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
Dark web actor claims to pilfer 2 terabytes of compressed data from QuoteWizard. A dark web threat actor claims to have stolen 2 petabytes of compressed data from QuoteWizard, a US-based insurance business, compromising personal data of over 190 million people. The alleged data breach reportedly includes full names, partial credit card numbers, driving records, and other background information, as well as over 3 billion tracking pixel data entries with addresses, ages, and accident details. The threat actor provided sample records and demanded $2 million for the data. While QuoteWizard has not confirmed the breach, its website shows a 403 forbidden error, which suggests likely connectivity issues. LendingTree, LLC is the parent company for QuoteWizard. Collection agency FBCS ups data breach tally to 3.2 million people. Debt collection agency Financial Business and Consumer Solutions has updated its data breach impact to over 3.2 million individuals, significantly higher than the initially reported 1.9 million affected by the February 14, 2024 incident. The breach compromised sensitive personal data including names, social security numbers, birth dates, account details, and driver's license numbers. New notifications have been sent out beginning May 29th, along with instructions for enrolling in a complimentary 24-month credit monitoring and identity restoration service via CISA. FBCS assures enhanced security measures in a newly built environment to prevent future breaches, though details of the breach and responsible parties remain undisclosed. Alleged Heineken data breach potentially impacts over 8,000 employees. A dark actor known as 888 has allegedly breached Heineken, exposing data of over 8,000 employees, including ID numbers, emails, and job roles, which could be used for phishing and impersonation. The claims surfaced on breach forums, but Heineken has not confirmed the breach. This incident follows a previous data breach in March 2023, affecting 1.5 million people through a market research agency. The matter is under investigation, with updates pending. Spoofing Shein for credential harvesting. Researchers from Harmony Email have uncovered a phishing scheme where hackers impersonate Shein, the popular shopping app, to steal user credentials. In fraudulent emails claiming to be from Shein customer service, recipients are lured with promises of mystery box prizes, but clicking on the provided link leads to a fake website designed for credential harvesting. With over 1,000 of these attacks identified in the past month, users are advised to scrutinize sender email addresses, verify links, and remain cautious of urgent or suspicious requests. Utah student gives hackers false information to thwart phishing. A group of high school students in Davis County, Utah, developed a program called Victims Empowerment Guard against attacks to combat phishing scams. Motivated by personal connections to hacking victims, Vega aims to protect potential victims by feeding phishing sites false information, thereby rendering them ineffective. The students claim that Vega can send 500,000 fake requests to phishing sites overnight, often leading to their shutdown. Despite currently running the program on one student's personal system, the hope is to expand Vega's reach by accessing more computers, potentially taking down thousands of phishing sites monthly. The students seek sponsors to scale their efforts. Authorities ramp up efforts to capture the mastermind behind Emotet. Authorities behind Operation Endgame are intensifying efforts to capture Odd, the alleged mastermind behind the Emotet malware. Known by various aliases, Odd is believed to be part of a broader network collaborating on multiple malware projects. Emotet, initially a banking Trojan, evolved into a versatile tool for delivering various malware payloads, resurfacing in late 2021 after a law enforcement crackdown. No Emotet activity has been detected since April 2023. The operation led to multiple arrests and the dismantling of over 100 servers linked to various malware operations such as IcedID and TrickBot. Germany's Federal Criminal Police Office identified 8 key figures in these operations, now on the EU Most Wanted list. The crackdown has caused alarm among cybercriminals on forums like xss.is, where discussions speculate about a potential informant collaborating with law enforcement. Beware, fake browser updates deliver BitRAT and Lumma stealer malware. Cybercriminals leverage fake browser update lures to trick unsuspecting users into installing malware like BitRAT remote access Trojans and Lumma stealer information stealers. The attack chain starts with redirecting victims to bogus update sites and pushing malicious zip archives containing JavaScript code that fetches the final payloads disguised as PNG images. Recent variants even dupe targets into manually running obfuscated PowerShell scripts. As Lumma Stealer's popularity surges due to its potency, criminals increasingly rely on webhards, pay-per-install services, and bulletproof hosting infrastructures, leveraging fast flux DNS to distribute malware installers camouflaged as cracked applications or adult games. High-risk Atlassian Confluence RCE fixed, POSI available. A high-risk remote code execution vulnerability, CVE 2024-21683, impacts self-hosted Atlassian Confluence server and data center installations. The flaw stems from improper validation when adding new macro languages, allowing authenticated attackers with sufficient privileges to upload malicious JavaScript files containing executable Java code that runs on the server. A publicly available proof of concept already exists. Despite requiring preconditions like authentication and specific permissions, the ease of exploitation warrants urgent patching to the latest available versions of Confluence. Researcher uncovers flaws in Cox modems, potentially impacting millions. A security researcher uncovered and reported authorization bypass flaws in Cox modems that could allow attackers to gain unauthorized access and run malicious commands on millions of devices. Cox patched the vulnerabilities within 24 hours of disclosure on March 4, 2024. The vulnerabilities could have enabled attackers to modify device settings, access customer personal information, and gain permissions akin to ISP support teams. The flaws were found in the TR-069 protocol used for remote management by ISPs, revealing over 700 exposed API endpoints. CISA adds Oracle Weblogic server flaw to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency added a critical Oracle Weblogic Server OS command injection vulnerability, CVE 2017-3506, to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. This high-severity flaw impacts versions 10.3.6.0 through 12.2.1.2 and allows unauthenticated remote attackers to execute arbitrary commands via HTTP requests, potentially leading to unauthorized data access, modification, or deletion. Per Binding Operational Directive 2201, federal agencies must remediate this vulnerability by June 2024 to reduce exploitation risks. Security experts strongly advise private organizations to also review the catalog and promptly address listed vulnerabilities to mitigate active threats from cyber adversaries exploiting these publicly disclosed flaws. Critical flaw. In SkyBridge routers, let attackers inject commands. A critical vulnerability, CVE 2024-32850, found in SkyBridge or SkyBridge Basic Series products, allows attackers to inject commands without authentication. This flaw, addressed in the latest security advisory, affects models MBA 100 or 110 up to version 4.2.2 and MBA 130 up to version 1.5.5. Users are urged to upgrade to patched versions or follow recommended workarounds, such as disabling remote monitoring and enabling authentication or encryption to mitigate potential threats. Ransomware rises despite law enforcement takedowns. According to a new report from Mandiant, ransomware activity surged in 2023 despite significant law enforcement efforts against major groups like ALF v. Black Cat. The firm observed a 75% increase in posts on ransomware groups' data leak sites, with victims from over 110 countries and a peak of almost 1,400 listed victims in Q3 2023. This aligns with Chainalysis findings that ransomware payments exceeded $1 billion in 2023, a record high. Factors driving this resurgence include new ransomware entrants, partnerships, and updated variants of existing ransomware families. Additionally, threat actors increasingly used remote management tools in ransomware operations, rising from 23% in 2022 to 41% in 2023. Businesses must prioritize digital trust to avoid major problems. ISACA's State of Digital Trust 2024 report highlights that businesses must prioritize building digital trust to achieve successful digital transformation and prepare for future opportunities, compliance requirements, and market shifts. The survey reveals that while 77% of respondents agree digital trust is crucial for digital transformation and 82% believe it will grow more important over the next 5 years, organizations are falling short in implementing robust digital trust practices. A staggering 71% provide no staff training on digital trust, and only 21% plan to increase their digital trust budget. Despite 76% viewing digital trust as relevant, 75% are unsure what improving it entails, and 77% don't measure their digital trust maturity. Failure to prioritize digital trust exacerbates risks, with 39% admitting to more cyber attacks and 15% experiencing more privacy breaches annually. Lacking digital trust frameworks, staff skills, leadership buy-in, and robust processes are key obstacles. Adopting proven digital trust frameworks offers significant benefits like streamlining efforts, enabling benchmarking, and providing third-party validation, yet only 15% currently leverage such frameworks.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.